Good afternoon. I'm Roman Koshykar, a Computing and Information Sciences librarian here at the RIT Libraries. And today I want to briefly give a tour of our newest, or one of our newest electronic resources, O'Reilly for Higher Education. This is a subscription we have had since right around the beginning of the fall 2021 semester. It did take a little time for us to set up our and configure our subscription, but everything should be working in a permanent fashion at this point. And my intention today is to point out what is contained in the O'Reilly for Higher Education subscription. What does it provide for us? And how to find things in the O'Reilly for Higher Education resource. You can log in to O'Reilly for Higher Education, or OHE, and I think for simplicity I will call it OHE for the rest of the afternoon. You can log into this as a database and use their interface, or you can also access individual resources as you find them in searches of the library catalog or the Summon Discovery tool. There is also a guide page here on our guides system called Accessing O'Reilly for Higher Education at RIT, and that is at infoguides.rit.edu/OHE. And as you can see here, all students and employees have access to this subscription. The platform includes books, videos, learning paths, case studies, interactive tutorials, and audiobooks. RIT users get access to content from O'Reilly, which is a well-known technical publisher. Really, anybody that's ever taken a computer programming class has probably come across one of their books at some point. But the name is deceptive because many other publishers participate in this platform and make their books and content available through this system. So it's a little bit of a misnomer to call it O'Reilly for Higher Education, but because they produce the platform, they gave it their name. And as you might imagine, all of O'Reilly's own books can be found through this system. There is just so much more to be found in there. It's also important to note that this resource is not only for the kind of students that are in the college that I serve as a librarian for. This resource can genuinely help out anybody studying in any field at RIT. It really is that broad. It covers so much more than, and we have been surprised as librarians to find how much more other than programming this resource covers. How do you log in? We have some instructions here, and I'll get to that in a moment. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this third page, but I just at this point want to simply point out that O'Reilly does have a mobile app for both Apple and Android devices. And if you would like to access the content on O'Reilly for Higher Education, you can get into our subscription using their mobile app. And I have instructions here on this third page of the guide. I'm not going to demonstrate that, but I want everyone to know that it's there if they prefer to do that. How to log into O'Reilly for Higher Education. It works with RIT's single sign-on system, much the way that My Courses and RIT's Google application suite and many other things on campus work with. So follow the link here. The first way, again, is to log into OHE as a database. And I'll do that momentarily. And then the second would be to locate individual titles in the library catalog. And maybe we can take a look at that briefly right now. So if I wanted to search for uh, Python programming. Now, many more books from many other systems and ebook platforms are entered into our catalog. But you'll notice that this one, Expert Python Programming, the 4th edition, is available through O'Reilly Electronic Books. Similarly, if you go into our summon search from the library's main website, and say I want to learn about Python programming, again, there are a number of ebooks from many different places, although result number 5 here says it's a learning path, and learning paths are one of those content types in OHE that I want to talk about. So know that the individual resources, books and videos, to be specific, are entered into our library catalog and can be found in other searches, such as searches of our summon search tool. But if we go into the O'Reilly for Higher Education database, provides unlimited access, so that's good to know, to over 45,000 titles, including O'Reilly ebooks in early release and their whole back catalog as well. Many hours of video, case studies from top companies, learning paths, expert playlists. Let's take a look to see what these different types of content are. I'm going to log in as myself. And again, there's a search box here. You can search for anything you're interested in learning about. But as you begin to navigate the content itself, you'll see the expert playlists come up. So what are expert playlists? Let's go back to my guide to the viewing and sharing content page. Expert playlists are curated lists of books and videos on any one given topic that somebody over there working for O'Reilly has put together. So an expert playlist on statistics for data science using Python. I can, if I was a student studying that, get a bunch of resources all in one place, video lessons, books to read, and so on, just by clicking on that expert playlist. As you start to use this system more, you'll see that recommendations are made based on your previous viewing habits, and logging in as yourself with your RIT credentials kind of ties it to your personal account. Then there are the learning paths. What are the learning paths? These are more focused on video tutorials and lessons. Now, some of you may be familiar with LinkedIn Learning, which is another e-learning system that we provide access to here at RIT. Learning paths in O'Reilly for Higher Education are kind of the closest correlation to that LinkedIn Learning style of presenting content, where you can watch videos in sequence on a particular course, although it's not necessarily as formally organized as a course. If you look at the link out from my guide, it goes to O'Reilly's own guide. It explains what these learning paths are. O'Reilly for Higher Education contains learning paths in IT and business from many different publishers. And it kind of shows you that you can look at different modules, get learning objectives, and you'll find a video player and go in. So this kind of, if you have used LinkedIn Learning before, this probably would be a little bit familiar here. So if I were to go into the learning path for clean code, then I can begin watching some videos on that particular topic and use that as a self-study on brushing up on that topic. Then there are the case studies, and I think for the way that technology and business intersect, these case studies will be very valuable for students, not only in our College of Business, but in many other colleges around RIT as well. So if you're interested in any of these case studies, how Spotify uses machine learning. I like to use Spotify. I listen to music on Spotify all the time. If I wanted to learn more about what goes on under the hood in Spotify, then that would be a fantastic resource to learn from. And then the recently added content here, the newest books and videos, popular videos, popular books, and so on, kind of go down to the bottom. So that's kind of how they arrange their main page here. And again, you can search for anything by topic, and you can explore various topics. So if you're interested in business, career development data, any of these will be further subdivided as well. So we can go into career development and professional communication and presentation skills. Now I have, using their categorization, gotten down to a pretty specific topic. So if I want to learn about presentation skills and improve my presentation skills, here are a whole bunch of books, learning paths, and videos that I can delve into. And if I want to start saving information in this, I can follow this topic so that I'll be notified of any new additions that fit under the category of presentation skills. Or I can start cobbling together my own playlist of the books and videos, or perhaps learning paths, that I want to focus in on from this set. I want to go back to my guide to talk a little bit about playlists. So playlists can be something that you just create for yourself, a private playlist. But if you don't want to make your playlist private, then it will be shared with all RIT O'Reilly for Higher Education users. So that's just something to know about here. Playlists can be private, shared with all RIT users, or shared publicly with all O'Reilly users. I don't know how appealing that is, but say for an instructor teaching a course, they may wish to make a playlist for their students. That's fine. They just need to know that students, that it would not be locked down to students just from their course. It would be available to all of RIT. And you can access your playlists from, of course, I don't remember. Okay, so click on shared playlists and then your playlists. So anything that you create yourself, particularly if it's private, will be found here. So that concludes our tour of the O'Reilly for Higher Education platform. And again, the main thing to remember is that we have our support page in the form of our Accessing O'Reilly for Higher Education at RIT info guide. And we have cataloged everything that can be found in the course of other kinds of library research and searching as well. But if you get into the OHE system on its own, you can take advantage of their own organizational features and get into something like expert playlists or shared playlists or learning paths or case studies, and really delve deep into a particular topic. So thank you for your attention.